Hello, everyone. I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you from Iowa. And today is Wednesday, October the 9th of 2024. And first of all, I just want to say that my thoughts and my heart goes out to all of you that are in the path of Hurricane Milton, and also prayers and thoughts to everyone who was affected by Hurricane Helene. Today, I have a quick and easy Christmas card. I think this is a perfect card if you make multiple Christmas cards. You send out 25, 50, 100 Christmas cards. This card would be perfect to make multiples of. For one, it is quick and easy, but it's also very elegant. And I hope that you'll like it and you'll give it a try. There's a lot of things going on in the Stampin' Up! World, so let me go over those. Today is Wednesday, October the 9th, 2024, and this is the last day that Stampin' Up! Is having the stamp set sale. And this is from the annual catalog that Stampin' Up! You can save 15% on every stamp set in the annual catalog. Now, this does not include bundles because a lot of our stamp sets come with a die or a punch. But you could also purchase, if it does come in a bundle, you can still purchase that stamp set alone. But you'd want to do the math and see, is it better to get the, say, the 10% on the stamp set and dies, or whether it's still cheaper to get the dies and then save 50% on the stamps if you want both of those. But we also have a lot of stamp sets that are standalone. They don't have any dies or punches with them. And you can also save 15% on those too. But again, it's just for the annual catalog, the stamp sale. And today is the last day of a 3-day sale. And Stampin' Up! Usually does this just once a year, so you can take advantage of that. If you'd like to place your order with me, in the description, you'll find a link. And everyone who does place an order with me always receives a card and a small gift. Okay, let's see. Also this month, and this is for the entire month, Stampin' Up! Is having a kit sale. We have kits that are all inclusive. They have everything you need to make beautiful projects. And you can save up to 30% on our kits. And in the description, you can find how to go to that page and look at all the kits that we have. And we just recently added 2 new kits at the 1st of October. And okay, and then that's what Stampin' Up! Has going on. We also have a wonderful starter kit. So if you've ever thought about becoming a member of the Stampin' community, this is a perfect time to do that. For the month of October, you pay $99 and tax, receive free shipping, and you can choose $155 worth of product for your starter kit. And you can choose from online exclusives, mini catalog, annual catalog, and right now, those of us that are demonstrators, we are able to order a whole month early for some online exclusives that will be coming to you in November. But if you join now, you can even add those. And of course, today's even a great day because you can add on stamps. You save 15%, so you can even make your $155 stretch more. And if you buy kits, the same way. And you can reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll be sending out some more information about that. I've also teamed up with 2 other demonstrators. They're my friends, Sarah Bullen in Australia and Connie Douglas in Canada. And we are sending the 12 weeks of Christmas, a tutorial and a video out each week for 12 weeks. And if you would like to receive that absolutely free, so thank you for being a part of our email list, then you can sign up for my email newsletter in the description. All right. Let's see. I do want to talk to you about my Rustic Barn Club. This is a subscription, and I'm changing the dates a little bit this month. And I've already emailed everyone who's a club member, so you know that. But if you'd like to join, there's still time, and you can do that. I'm going to be using Peaceful Evergreens. That is the featured bundle that I'm using for my October Rustic Barn Club. And today I'm also using part of that bundle for the card I'm going to make. But my club, the cost is $44 each month. And but you can try it for a month and you can just email me and cancel it. So it's really easy. But if you do stay with the club for 6 months consecutively, that's a hard word for me to say, 6 months in a row, how's that? Sounds better. Then I you earn a $25 product credit. Now, in your club, you get about $20 to $23 of product, and we always make 5 projects, and usually it's 4 cards and then 1 3D. And that's what it is this month. And the reason that I am giving you a little extra time to be a part of my Rustic Barn Club is because there's one item that's on back order, but it should be out soon, so I'll be able to get that to you. All right. I don't usually show my club, but I'm just going to quick because I know everyone likes it to be a surprise. But I will show you. This is a previous month. So it comes in an envelope. Sometimes the envelopes, I have several different size envelopes. It just depends on the paper that I use. I was using 6x6, so this worked perfect. They received roll of ribbon, embellishments, and then their make and takes are here. Well, there goes. Okay. Anyway, this wanted to show you how the club comes, and then everything is labeled for you. All right. I also have going on right now my craft along that will be coming up on October 29th. And when I turn the camera down, I'll give you all the information about that. And I will give you the sneak peeks for that. And you can sign up right now to receive the craft along kit. So you can craft along with me on October 29th. Whew. All right. That was a lot, wasn't it? And then to my Facebook, those of you that follow me on Facebook, as everyone knows, or I guess not everyone, but those of you that follow me know that I usually am live on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central. Yesterday, my elderly aunt had fallen, and I needed to take her to the emergency room. And so that is why I could not be here yesterday. They did admit her to the hospital. She will be okay. It is going to take probably 6 weeks or so. And so it sounds like after she gets out of the hospital, because she lives alone and doesn't live in the same town that I live in, then she'll be going to skilled nursing, but I will be able to go and visit her a lot and help keep her company. All right, let me turn the camera down. And I also want to thank you for those of you that reached out to me with prayers and thoughts for my aunt. All right, let me turn the camera down and let's start stamping. So this is my craft along for October, and I am featuring the Christmas Friends bundle. So you do need to own this, or you can add it on to your registration, and I'll cover the tax and the shipping. And then you will receive a half a pack of Designer Series paper, a full roll of ribbon, and a full pack of the Spacey Gray and Smoky Slate pearls. I know this is a partial pack, but you will get a full pack, I promise you. So you can register. The last day to register is October 13th, and then you can craft with me on Tuesday, October the 29th at 1 p.m. Central, or you can watch the replay. So you will be receiving 2 each of 3 designs. So you'll have 6 cards and a 3D item. So here's this little sneak peek, and it has a Velcro to keep the clutch box, gift box closed. And then we have, using that Forever plaid. And again, you'll get 2 each of these 3 designs and 1 3D project, plus in your kit you will have product, about $23, $24 of product. The packets ship the 22nd of October, and you will need to cut your designer series paper, but you will get a tutorial that will give you all the measurements and pictures. So if you would like to sign up for my October craft along featuring the Christmas Friends, there is information in the description. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started on our project today. And I know it's a little, the light's not quite as strong as normal. One of my lights decided just now to go out, but that's okay because we'll just make do what we have, right? So today, like I said, I'm going to be using the Peaceful Evergreens, this bundle. But actually, so with this bundle, you can receive the cling stamp set, the dies, which cuts out all of the images, plus you have some extra trees in here. And then it also comes with an embossing folder, which is called the Painted Trees. We actually are only going to do one. We're going to stamp a sentiment. And as you notice, Peaceful Evergreens does not have any sentiments. So we are going to be using a sentiment from Christmas Friends. We're going to use Happy Holidays. And then I'm not going to use the dies or the stamp set for today's project, but I am going to be using the embossing folder. And again, as I mentioned, for my October Rustic Barn Club, I will be using this bundle, and I will be using the stamp set and the dies for my club. Okay, let's go ahead. Let me show you the card, and then we'll get started. So here is the card. Like I said, it is quick and easy. But I think it's very elegant because we are going to do some embossing using the gold embossing powder. And we're going to be using this beautiful designer series paper that also comes in the Peaceful Evergreen Suite. And this gold trim ribbon that comes in a gold and silver combo pack. Okay, so let me set that aside and let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, let me show you this beautiful paper. It is called Season of Elegance. And what I love about this beautiful paper is that it has specks of gold on one side, and then the other side it doesn't. So you have 2 sides to choose from. So again, and this is what we're using today. And here's very vanilla. We have pretty peacock. The specks of gold. And this is called Season of Elegance. So let me lay that aside. And I'm going to bring in my card base. This is basic white thick. I'm going to go ahead and fold this. And this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I will have the measurements in the description for this card today. And I will send out if you're on my email list, you will get the tutorial ready to print this week in my newsletter. And I usually send that out on Fridays. I'm going to bring in Basic White and Oud Olive. So we're going to need a layer of Oud Olive, 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have Basic White, which is 5 by 3 3/4. And we are going to emboss this piece with our Painted Trees embossing folder. So I'm going to place my Basic White layer. There's 3 trees on here, but I'm only going to be able to pick up 2. So you can decide which trees that you want to pick up. So I'm going to lay that, get it straight in there. And then I'm going to bring in our embossing folder. We're going to do some embossing. Actually, I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine, and we're going to do some embossing. So for embossing a 3D folder, I need plate 1. And then I'm going to put this with the folded edge. So it's going to go in the machine like this. So the Stampin' Up! Is over here. And then I just need plate 4. And then we'll just run this through. And don't worry if your machine makes a little bit of noise. It's just talking to you. It's all good. It's not going to break. All right, now let's see. So here we have these beautiful evergreen. Aren't those gorgeous? And of course you can use the embossed or the debossed side. And then I'm going to bring this Oud Olive cardstock back in. That is 5 1/4 by 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this Basic White that we just embossed right on top of that. And that Basic White that we just embossed is 5 by 3 3/4. Sometimes I use a little toothpick if I got a little bit more than I wanted right there. So let me find a scrap. And here, I'll just take a sticky note. So I'm just going to kind of scrape that. I'm just going to kind of blend that right like that. Okay. We'll place this and get it, try to get as much olive green, oud olive rather, around the top, the sides, and the bottom. And then I'm going to bring our card base back in because we're going to be adhering this on here. But first I want to add my Designer Series paper. And I probably should have added this Designer Series paper before I adhered these two. And the reason why is if your Designer Series paper is too long, then you can, clip that off. But since I didn't, I'm just going to kind of place it here and see if I need to do any trimming. And it looks like I don't. It looks fine. I'm going to use the side that has the specks. And I want to say this is Mossy Meadow. Yes, I just checked the back to make sure, the back of the Designer Series paper pack, just to make sure. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this on our card. So again, I think this card is very elegant. I hope that you like it, and I think it would be a great card if you're going to send multiples of Christmas cards this year. So I'm going to place it down here and leave a little bit of Basic White showing below the Designer Series paper. So you can still see the trees, and then you still see Basic White down here. So now I'm going to add it to our card base, and then we're going to do some stamping and some embossing. I think embossing always adds a little flair, doesn't it? Okay. Now, let's lay this aside. Now, I am using the stylish shapes. And because I'm going to emboss, I went ahead and I've already, so I used, there's 4 labels in here. I use this label die. And because we're embossing, I do not like to run the embossed piece through, or when I do embossing powder, that kind of embossing. So we're going to use embossing powder, and I don't like it to run it through and to die cut. So I could have stamped on a scrap of basic white and my sentiment, and then I could have added heat, had it added powder and heat embossed it, and then die cut it out. But I would prefer to die cut my label and then stamp and heat emboss, because I think it just works better. Okay, so that means I need some Versamark, and I know everyone kind of does it a little bit differently. Here's my little buddy. So we have this Wow metallic gold rich embossing powder. So I'm just going to take the lid off right now. So I'm just kind of getting my things ready. And of course we have our heat tool. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that has all the little orals off my fingers. And we're going to open this up. And I'm going to bring in Happy Holidays. And remember, this is from the stamp set Christmas Friends. So I'm going to go ahead and tap, tap, tap on our Versamark. And then try to get this in the middle. And I like to hold it down like a count of 3. And then just flick that off. And then we will just pour this on. Tap the back. I'm going to lay this, well, let me show you how easy it is. Then for this is a coffee filter, as you can probably have figured out. And then I can just pour it back in. Now, I know you could also dump this in the container and use a spoon. That's another way that you can do. So there's lots of different ways. And I'm going to bring in my heat gun. And sometimes I lay this against a clipboard with foil. But today I'm just going to bring this in to hold it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. So it's going to get kind of loud. I'm going to turn it on. And I hope, let me bring you a little closer. And so you can see. So I'm going to turn it on. It's going to be a little noisy. And then I hope you can see the magic. There it goes. Can you see that? Probably not, because I think my heat tool is in the way. But maybe you can see it now. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm going to lay that aside. Get my heat tool out of the way. All right. And then we're going to bring our card back in, and I guess I need to go back out. There we go. And I'm going to bring in some dimensionals. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this over and add dimensionals. And I'm going to add 3, 1 in each end and 1 on the side. Take off the backings. And I'm going to place that about in the middle on that designer series paper. I might have it just over here just a little bit, and that's okay because we are going to add some gold trim. So this is gold and silver. It comes in a combo pack. So you get 2 rolls of, one is silver and one is the gold. And I have already tied a bow. So I'm going to bring that in and some glue dots. So this doesn't have any glue dots on it, so I'm going to tear that off. So then I can get down to the glue dot. And I want to grab my Take Your Pick tool. And you can kind of twirl that around. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat so my glue dot doesn't stick to my grid paper. We're going to do a little bit of trimming on this bow, and then I'm just going to place it about right here. And I'm going to go ahead and take another. I'm just going to pick it up. I'm not going to go ahead and make it smaller, but I kind of folded it in half when I put it underneath there. And bring my scissors in. And I think this one's a little bit shorter than that one, so we'll make that about, try to make that even. And then we're going to bring in our embellishments. And I'm bringing in the gold textured adhesive back dots. I think they look kind of yellow, but when you add them to a card, they do look gold. Okay, so we have 3 sizes: small, medium, and large. So I'm going to go and pick up one of the smaller ones, and I'm going to place that right here. And I think all right, so here is our card. Happy holidays. Let me know if you like it. Here is our sample card. So again, these are quick and easy. All right. Well, I definitely hope that you like the cards today. Simple card, but I think very elegant. That designer series paper makes it very elegant, and the embossing folder, right? So give it a try. And again, if you're an email subscriber, the tutorial for that will go out the end of this week or over the weekend. And if you're not an email subscriber, why not sign up? There's information in the description. If you please give me a like or thumbs up, and I would love for you to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking that bell. I appreciate that. It helps me get my video out to everyone. Also, don't forget about my craft along. Everyone can watch on April 29th. I'll be right here where you're watching this. So I'll be on my YouTube channel, Rustic Barn Cards, and my Facebook business page, Rustic Barn Cards. on the 29th at 1 p.m. Central, but you can watch the replay so everyone can watch. But if you would like the Craft Along kit sent to you with the pre-cut cardstock, embossed pieces, die cut, along with product to make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 designs and a 3D project, then register by October 13th. So that's the last day. There is information in the description. And I will be using, as I share those projects with you, I'll be featuring the Christmas Friends bundle for my Craft Along. And of course, you could use whatever you have, but if you want to make your cards like mine, you do need that bundle. All right, and then my card club for the month of October, I am going to be using the Peaceful Evergreens stamp set, dies, embossing folder, and I'm going to be using for my sentiments, I'm going to be using the greens of the season for the sentiments, but you could use whatever you have in your stash. And if you're not a part of my card club, go ahead and give it a try this month. There is information in the description, and you have through the 20th of October to sign up for my card club, and then it will ship out the following week. All right. Don't forget about today's the last day for that stamp sale from Stampin' Up. You can save 15% on all the stamp sets in the annual catalog. Just turn to page 141 of the annual catalog, and you can see the list of all of the stamp sets. All right. Well, take care. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here and to watch. I'm Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. I hope to see you next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central, back to my regular time. Take care now. Bye. Bye for now, and I'll see you soon.